calling this the band shoulder blade hug. So I'm gonna take a power band and hold it behind me with thumbs facing forward. And I'm just gripping it overhand here. I'm then gonna bring it up into this position. It might look a little weird, but elbows are at 90 degrees roughly, maybe a little more. The band is roughly where the sleeve of a t-shirt would end, or right across the middle or bottom aspect of your shoulder blades. You're then gonna get a little tension on the band there. And so what the band is now doing, there's some friction to let us draw back. I'm gonna have it do that without using my low back. So if you feel tension in your low back, I'm gonna have you lean against a wall throughout this. That just allows for shoulder blade motion without as much low back motion. But with that said, I'm gonna show it standing away from the wall. So I'm gonna allow this to open my shoulder blades, nice proud chest. Take a big deep breath through your nose and exhale. As you exhale, let everything sink and soften. One more, inhale, exhale, sink and soften. What we're trying to do there is make sure that we're getting as much range between my neck and my shoulder as I can. So I sink and soften, letting us open and soften downwards in the shoulder. From there, I'm gonna bring this band around me, almost trying to make an oval or a circle with the band, but I'm trying to do that with my shoulders. So even though my arms are moving, I'm thinking of leading this with a point on the side and back of my shoulder. That's what I want to get moving. And then taking some nice big deep breaths to make sure that I'm not shrugging up as I'm doing this. So I'm trying to get space forward and backwards without shrugging up. Forward, backward, without shrugging up. And so that's the whole point of the drill. Might not feel like a lot of work for everybody. For some people it could. Not gonna feel like a big stretch for everybody. For some people it could. But all we're doing is trying to get, this is called retraction and protraction of the shoulder blades without elevation. So I find that a lot of people are stuck in elevation. Maybe that's kind of cultural, societal, the devices we use. Maybe it's a learned movement pattern, who knows? But a lot of times when I'm working with folks kind of across the injury to performance spectrum, we're trying to get out of elevation into a more relaxed shoulder blade posture, which then allows more freedom of shoulder motion. And so there's a variety of drills that we have to try to use some tools or some props to allow us to retract and open, but then sink down, and then say, hey, can we also find protraction, retraction? Because shoulder blades coming forward is not bad. It's maybe uncomfortable when they're forward and up. This is the position that I don't have a lot of movement options. I don't have a lot of power. It's the position nobody often likes the look of, even though that's maybe less important. So I want to be able to drop and sink and soften, and then I can retract and protract. Protraction is important for pushing movements. If I can't protract, I can't push things away. If I'm stuck here, my pushing changes. I'm in the internal rotation of the shoulder. I'm using maybe my neck musculature. If I can sink and soften, then I can push with more freedom of motion and more power. And so that's the whole purpose of this drill, is to find some of this protraction and retraction. And we're just using the band as a tool to help us to feel that and to find the right positions. So give it a shot. If it's uncomfortable in any way, we have other drills, and maybe this isn't the one for you, but if it feels good, then I want you to try and feel that without the band too, and then maybe can we feel one at a time, and then weave that in throughout your day.